Hi everyone, and welcome to your weekly Pick a Card Tarot readings for the week of August 28th. If you're new here, my name is Sydney, I'm the tarot guy next door, and I use my cult knowledge and intuition to help guide you towards the life you want. If you have a situation you want me to take a look at, or if you just want to support what I do, you'll find information on my Patreon below. I'll be doing 5-card open readings, and here are the decks that I have for you. We have the Universal Rider-Waite-Smith with blue Aventurin, the Tarot of the Divine with yellow Calcite, and the Tarot de Marseille with lapis lazuli. We also have 4 different oracle cards to choose from 4 different decks. So go ahead and pick which tarot deck and which oracle card resonate with you the most. It's totally fine if you're drawn to more than one. And as always, you can pause this video if you need more time. As always with collective readings, take what resonates with you and leave aside what doesn't. If you want to jump straight to your reading, you'll find timestamps right below. And with that, let's go right to the readings. Alright, group 1, let's see what we have for you for this week. This deck, I don't know if it's well, it must be static cling because the cards don't slide together. But I'm having trouble cutting this deck. Now, don't panic. Okay, I'm going to say this. I wasn't going to mention it. I wasn't planning on mentioning it at all. But while I was shuffling for you, the Hangman flipped over. And normally when a card jumps out or flips over very, very early in the reading, in the shuffling process, I just assume that the card is for me, but it's literally in the middle of your cross. So before I stare at this, I just wanted to point that out. And again, I wasn't planning on mentioning this at all. Group 1, there are 2 main ways to interpret this message, this vibe, and if your week ends up playing out either one of these ways, it's really awesome, potentially game-changing. So it's either snatching victory from the jaws of defeat, like winning in a situation where, it was against all odds and you were like out for the count, written off before the game was even over, that kind of vibe. Or finally learning the lesson in some kind of painful or disappointing moment, obviously with the 3 of Swords here and the 9 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. And obviously the 8 of Swords has that kind of vibe to it as well, among other things going on with this card. So, and it might be through clarity through action. I just came to this realization now looking at the Knight of Coins reverse, because something that I say a lot about the Knight of Coins is it's either a reminder that you have the capacity to do the work, or it's an invitation to get moving. And I think that based off of the cards as a whole and where this thing is in the reading, it might be that the clarity that you need, the aha moment, the change in perspective that is alluded to with the Hangman here, is gotten through taking first steps towards where you desire to go. And I'll say this now before I, in case I forget to mention this at all, but something that stood out to me with this reading is that the only 2 upright cards in your whole reading are the 9 of Cups and the Hangman, but the Hangman, because of the nature of it, the card, it looks like he's upside down. So through, looking at all these reverse cards through the right perspective to actually be standing on the roots of your wish, because the upright 9 is above his feet. So if it was upside down, it would be underground, So there's a lot of potential for that. So I would be on the lookout for that for this week, group 1. And it might be something that you want to keep in mind. And I'll before I leave you, I'll repeat messages that I often say. A, how is this the best thing that's ever happened to me? B, what can I do from here, And I think that by pondering these lessons are going to be good tools to tap into this awesome potential for you, Group 1. So I'm going to end the reading there. If you like the reading, please give this video a like, but I will see you in the Oracle card portion. All right, Group 2, let's see what we have for you for this week. If the 3 of Coins shows up again, I swear to God, all right. Been getting that card a lot with this deck. and it is nowhere to be seen. So I will just name these cards explicitly because I have the bad habit of misidentifying cards with certain decks, and I want to avoid that. So, Queen of Coins, this is the Ace of Wands reversed, Nine of Swords, Judgment, Six of Coins, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Nine of Coins reversed. All right, Group 2, I'll see you right now. Group 2, the main warning for you for this week is to not get into your own way. I have, like, if I were to summarize this message succinctly, it would be having an amazing opportunity, but not capitalizing on it because you doubt yourself, or you don't think you're worthy, or you don't think that you're the right person to do the job. Alluding to the only two reversed cards in your entire reading, the Ace of Wands and the Nine of Coins here. So yeah, if you feel an inkling, just trust yourself. Trust that you have the drive and the patience and the focus to actually bring this opportunity into fruition. Sometimes the thing that we need to prove to ourselves that we're the kind of person who could get the things that we desire is to get small wins in that direction. And I think that for you, for this week, tapping on this Ace of Wands here, that you really want to trust that you have the judgment to integrate this and allocate those resources in the directions that they're most needed to fulfill your wish, basically, and to heed the call. This might be something that's been nagging at you for a while, because I often read judgment that way. So keep that in mind, Group 2, and I'm going to end the reading there. If you like this reading, please give this video a like, and I will invite you to use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. All right, Group 3, let's see what we have for you for this week. Nice. We always like seeing the Ten of Cups. This should be good for you. Yep. Group 3, the vibe of this message is one of, well, it's looking like this week is a final week of getting your ducks in a row, of getting things organized, getting things into position so that you can begin this new endeavor, or to really begin to make strides towards something. The thing that leapt out to me immediately when I hit pause is that every single pip is even except for the Three of Wands in the middle of your cross here, and with the Justice here at the bottom of your deck, you know, this wise judge person, you know, sitting there with the third eye symbol over her head and things like that, balancing things out, weighing all the options, seeing things true with that sword in her hand, that kind of stuff. It's a really interesting vibe, and which is giving. The fact that the Justice character is sitting is what is giving me the impression that this week isn't going to be the most groundbreaking week in terms of checking things off of a to-do list, but more in clarifying the to-do list and making it crystal clear so that you can start, you know, going after that thing like a motherfucker next week, or maybe towards the end of this week, you know. But there's definitely a bunch of, you know, choices, structure, success, all that great stuff that we like to see in tarot readings in general, with the aha moment, you know, this odd wand breaking through the balance here with creativity. It's a really nice message to see. So if things are moving slow for you this week, Group 3, keep that in mind. You might be setting yourself up to have an amazing week next week with the things that happen, the things that finally click into place for you for this week. So I'm going to end the reading there. If you liked your reading, please give this video a like. It would really help me out a lot. And as always, if you don't want to watch me pick up your reading, you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump ahead a couple seconds to your Oracle card reading. Whoops. All right, let's see how quickly I can do it this week. This should be near perfect. All right, Group A, your card is Contemplation. This is I Ching hexagram number 20. And the keywords are gaining overview, detached observation, increased understanding, solitude, integration through reflection. There's one group in particular for which all of those words ring very, very true. But for everyone in general, I would say that this week is a week to really reflect and do the inner work. And even if it's as simple as planning out your work so that you can have more productive weeks in the weeks to come, there's a group that might have heard me say those words before. But yeah, that is the focus for you for this week, to make sure to really dot your I's and cross your T's. Group B, your card is the 5th house, passion. This is really nice. I would treat yourself for this week, Group B. I would, sometimes the thing that we need to give us the perspective shift or that moment of clarity to really take things to a higher level is to reconnect with shit that you enjoy doing and haven't done in a while. This might be a good time to explore things like that, Group B. Group C, your card is Not For You. Very interesting card to pull considering these readings here. Give me a second. It's funny, Group B, Group C, your message is almost the opposite of that of Group B. Delayed gratification is the name of the game for you, Group C. It's a question of focusing. They're the things you want to do. They're the things you need to do. And I just remembered that Eisenhower matrix, the quadrant of things that are important but not urgent. Those are the things you might want to focus on for this week and not be distracted by the shiny little objects that seem like that they are juicy and irresistible. And there's a group in particular for which the things that you should delay is the actual, that you're being invited to actually pounce on the opportunity. I explicitly told you this or something very similar this week. So it should be clear to you if I mean you or not. But for some of you, the things that you're being invited to delay are the things that you would normally focus on to delay the opportunity that I just alluded to. So basically, it either means a thing or it means the opposite of that thing, but it should be clear depending on your tarot reading. So I'm confident with this one. Group D, do we finally have the full moon in Pisces? New moon in Aquarius, bring love into the situation. Well, I like that. You know, I guess you're being invited to ask yourself for this week, is this who I want to be? Is this what my highest self would do? To really keep that in mind, to really make sure that you're the best version of yourself. And sometimes that involves unplugging for a little bit to just relax and to regenerate enough so that you have the mental stamina to make the wisest decision even when you're tempted not to. So try to keep that in mind for this week, Group D. And that is a note to end this entire video on. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't done so yet and you like this video, please give this video a like. It really does help out a lot. But regardless of anything, y'all have a great week. Take care. I'll see you soon.